Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this video. We are continuing through season 2 of Rabbits, and we are at episode 2, we are at episode 6, season 2, part 3, The Pompitous of Love. Without further ado, let's get into this thing.
Are you sure she came in here?
Pretty sure.
You saw her.
She moved around the building. She was out of sight for like 10 seconds. There's nowhere else she could be.
Well, she's not here. You must have missed her.
I don't know about that.
Yep. When somebody goes to disappearing on you.
I do.
Don't make me shoot you.
Hello there. Do you sometimes find yourself stuck?
Yeah, see, I think I've mentioned this in other videos. The liveliness and the cheerfulness of the random ads for the path cards are so reminiscent of Philip K. Dick's Ubik. If you haven't read that book or listened to the audiobook is great because you get all the sound effects. But even reading it, you just get these random blurb, happy, cheerful things for products throughout it, and that's what this puts me in mind of.
Feel like you are occasionally just spinning your wheels? Would you like to find the answer to a difficult question? Or are you simply just looking to find your true path, improve your life, and maybe enter a universe of unending adventure? If so, path cards might be for you.
Like I said, it's just really, really Philip K. Dick vibes all through this.
Visit us now at southelk.com for more information. South Elk, find your path. Path cards are connected to a deep and ancient power source. And if you use path cards, you understand that you are doing so entirely at your own risk. South Elk will not be liable for any damages arising from the use of path cards. Good luck.
Like that little happy 50s, Mickey Mouse Club type music. It's like I said, it just drips of Philip K. Dick.
I'd managed to squeeze myself into the back of one of the game cabinets. It was tight, but those things are essentially empty.
Which they are, having worked on them, especially your old school ones, you have basically a computer, probably about a little bit smaller than your standard desktop computer, and a big CRT monitor, or back at the time these were done, or the games that they're talking about, are big old CRT monitor. But the cabinet itself, there's a lot of space, and yeah, those are fun to work on. Did it for a hobby as a while. A friend of mine was getting his business off the ground, and it's really big hollow box.
The first game I saw that was missing the back panel was something called Dragon's Lair, so I slipped inside.
Dragon Slayer was a good game. I'm like I said, I like playing video games, but I'm not a gamer. And I will watch somebody who's good at gaming, like my wife, just because I can put together a narrative in my head for what's going on the screen. Plus, now that you've got like RP servers where people RP in different video game worlds, so it's interesting.
It was hard to hear what was happening over the sound of the games, so I may have waited longer than I needed to. But after about 45 minutes, I stepped out of the arcade.
Yeah, 45 minutes, probably a good time. Me personally, probably hour and a half, just because my built-in paranoia.
Whoever had been in there appeared to have left. I slipped out the way I came in and hurried home. I got home and poured myself an enormous glass of wine.
Yeah, I have a feeling that somebody or somebody's, plural, in the Public Radio Alliance or Minnow Beats Well, or wine connoisseurs, or either that or winos. I don't think they're winos. They're way too creative. They may be alcoholics, though. I've had a lot of really good friends that were real great creatives that enjoyed the intoxication of their body a lot. So
it sounded like those people in the arcade, whoever they were, had been talking about me. That didn't make any sense. Was I being followed?
Possibly.
If so, why? With all the excitement around the fact that someone may have been following me, I'd forgotten about what had happened in the arcade. How I'd discovered that message.
Yeah, it's one thing about coincidences and discovery and things like that, especially in this universe. I just wonder if they share any commonalities within the black tapes. If at any point, like rabbits, black tapes, Tanis, fairies, and all those, if they all just at some point just kind of merge. But I don't know. We're gonna have to go explore all these eventually.
Are you playing? At this point, the question felt almost rhetorical. Of course I was playing. In fact, I almost felt like I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
But, of course, I did have a choice. I could just stop.
But what's the fun in that?
Stop following coincidences, stop looking into what had happened to Carly Parker, stop making this podcast.
Yeah, not gonna happen. That's people that have, and I know because I have a couple of my own that I can stop at it. That I keep telling myself that I can stop at any point doing this, but I keep doing it.
But I wasn't prepared to do any of those things. At least, not yet. But I had to do something, so I decided to dig. I started online. You can find pretty much anything if you're willing to look hard enough. So I sat down in front of my computer, determined to find somebody who could tell me what the hell was happening with rabbits.
And yeah, and in this world you get a lot of half answers, I should say, or quarter answers, or answers that are full answers, but because of just the way we've been trained to look at things, they don't make any sense.
I started with everyone I'd spoken to so far. Nobody was available. Then I went through all of the usual forums and bulletin boards, loaded a Tor browser, and scoured the darknet for anything and everything related to the game.
Now, I think I've talked about this in other videos. Tor browsers are a real thing, and you have where in your standard browser you have .com, .gov, what have you. On the dark web, it's .onion, and your conventional, like your Chrome and MS Explorer, Firefox can't access them. You need a Tor browser, and yeah, you can download those, and they're a real thing, and the darknet is a real thing, but I, in good conscience, cannot recommend you doing that, and if you do, that's on you.
There was nothing new there. When I eventually did find something, it came from an unlikely place. I cross-referenced a few of the more popular terms connected to the game, and was directed to an online fan letter. It had been sent to Carly Parker at some point during the first season of the podcast. It seemed fairly innocuous, just a question or two about the game.
And yeah, it's when you find something that seems innocuous on the darknet, it's not.
It had been transcribed on Reddit, and I think that letter was one of a few fan mail letters read on a bonus episode of the podcast that featured listener mail.
And which, I believe when season 1 we did a couple of those. I think I incorporated a couple of those into videos.
But it wasn't the content of the message that was interesting. It was the sender. The person who'd sent the message went by the name Luna Seashells. And again, the message itself wasn't anything. What was interesting was what I discovered after searching for further content from Luna Seashells. I found an ancient post on Blogger featuring a link to a recording. No words or anything else providing context, just a link to an audio file.
Yeah, those can be fun and those can be scary. Trust me on that. If you ever go onto the dark web, which I do not recommend, yeah, blind links, yeah, probably not. Though it sounds like I may have misinterpreted that she may be on the not dark web, because she mentioned finding it on archived on Reddit. So, though you can with a Tor browser access regular web pages, so there's no telling.
I'm going to play that file for you now.
And yeah, we'll see where we go from here.
I'm sending you this message as a warning. Rabbits is dangerous. Incredibly and seriously fucking dangerous, and I'm worried it might be too late for me. There's nothing it doesn't know, nothing it can't see. It follows you. Now, I know that last bit might come off as paranoid or something, but it's true.
To quote the fictional character Spider Jerusalem, a paranoid is simply somebody that has all the facts.
It's not run by some game masters handing out $1 million prizes or whatever. It's not run by anybody. It's its own thing. Once you start playing, the game finds you. The better you do, the more it guides your choices. By the time you get to the end, you're... No, I'm not ready. No, I'm...
Yeah, that's not reassuring.
That's where the recording ends. I just finished listening to it for the second time when I received a knock on my door.
And I think we'll go ahead and call that good there. Hope you're enjoying this. Hope you're enjoying the other videos on the other playlists. The Gen X, the Black Tapes, the Kingdom Fear. I hope there's something that grabs your attention, something that you like, something that's copacetic. So until next time, everybody out there, be a good human, be good to other humans. Peace.